Yeah, welcome back to another wonderful session at the Dean's Institute. This is PowerPoint quiz using basic coding, minimalistic coding part 2. Let's get started. So as you saw that we've created the front end. Now let's get to the code window. So the way we do that is, let me show you. So, yes, so basically we go here and we go to developer tab and we click Visual Basic. So it brings us to, basically you would not have anything, it would be a blank page, but it would be a blank slide like this. Let me stick my code in there. Let me show you. So it'll be a blank. Yes, it would be something like this. It would be a blank page. It'll bring you into, and then let's start writing the code. I've already written the code. I'll go step by step so that you follow what I'm doing. Okay, so basically, right. So I've created a sub called correct, and as soon as I press this, I get this end sub. Okay, now I want, as you might have seen that in my previous let me show you over here. We go here, and this one I had given a value. Okay, this value should be 0. By default the value should be 0. Okay, so I've initialized the value for your points as 0. So now let's come back. Okay, so here what we are doing is, we want anytime the student gets a correct answer, we want that to be increased by 10 points. So plus 10. Now we want this message, we start with output is equal to Msgbox, and inside this double quotes, whatever you enter is what is visible to the end user. I say congrats, comma, that's the right answer, comma, we need the VB OK only. We don't want user to get any other option other than clicking OK. The user reads it and clicks OK, and then we have to give a title for that message box. So in this case we give correct answer, or anything suitable you can give, and you close the bracket. So, and the final line of code, just 3 lines of code, guys. It's damn simple. So you use my ActivePresentation SlideShow Window view next. I'll tell you, it has 3 parts. Okay, this is, it's like an eye, a human eye, the hardware. Okay, this is the function of an eye. An eye can either blink, can open, close, can cry, either of these things, can see, any of these things. These are the functions, and this is the value. This is telling what the eye should do. So in the case, if I say an eye blinks, so I say blink continuously or blink slowly, blink fast. So that is what it is. So ActivePresentation.SlideShow window. Okay, it's like the hardware, it's the object, and then the object has got a property, which is the property to view. And what we want it to view, the next slide. So basically this line of code tells PPT to move to the next slide if somebody's got the correct answer. Now let's see if somebody gets a wrong answer. What's the line of code we need to write? So by default you get this end sub, make sure it is there. Sometimes when you're copy pasting, it gets highlighted like this and gets deleted, so then you'll have errors, so make sure it is there. Alright, so similar thing, I'll just copy paste, it's all the same thing, the code is exactly the same, you can just copy paste it here. All you need to do is instead of plus 10 make it minus 5. In case you don't want to give, you can say, you can just skip that line of code if that's the case. Alright, so in this case I'm giving minus 5. It's exactly the same thing, just here you will go and change, sorry, that's the wrong answer, or that's incorrect answer, whatever you want to give this as. So, and here everything else remains the same, instead of correct you make this as wrong. As simple as that, guys. Alright, can't get simpler than this. Okay, now we want a reset function as well. So this basically, my points is equal to 0. This is at the end of the quiz. There's a button, okay, which I'll show you in a minute. And then we want it to go to the first slide, so we use the same option. I'll use the same option, and this time I don't want it to go to the next because it's the last slide, so it can't go to the next. So obviously it should go to the, have you guessed it right? Let me type it slowly for you. Yes, there you are, that's first. So it'll move the presentation to the first slide. Awesome, going great. Okay, now the quit quiz. Okay, so you want the user to come out of the quiz, so you want to give them the option. So in this case we'll say output is equal to, we're giving an option for the student to choose yes or no. Do you really want to quit the quiz? This is, here you have to use VBAYesNo, comma, and this one quit quiz. Okay, brilliant. So now if message box yes or no, comma, VB yes no is equal to VB yes, then what we want the code to do, we want the code to close the application quit. If that's not the case, we want him to come out of this dialog box, the message box, exit sub. So basically what this would do is it will allow the user to be on the PowerPoint presentation slide as it is without any change. Let me go and remove this as it will get duplicated. Let's check once if all our code is correct. Basically guys, it's very simple. Those of you who are new to coding, please do not fear, it's absolutely simple. It requires only 4 functions. There's one sub called correct, and the next one is wrong, and then you have the reset sub. Finally you have the quit quiz sub. So in this there are 3 lines of code. I'll go through it once again just for your ease. Okay, Here my points, we are just adding 10 points to the existing score whenever a user gets a correct answer. So my points is equal to, you can put this brackets or you may opt to leave it, but it's always better to put that into brackets, okay, which we learned in maths school days, okay. Now in output we say message box. This is the line of code to tell the user what has happened. This is a preferred choice when at the time of training, but not if it is a real-time exam. At that time, you don't want the user to know whether he got it a correct answer or wrong answer. So you can skip that line of code if that's the case. Otherwise, it's better to make the student feel motivated. You can give some this message. VB OK, correct answer. So VB OK is, it gives a OK button in the dialog box, and then it is titled as correct answer. And this line of code, as I explained already, ActivePresentation SlideShow Window dot view dot next. It moves it to the next slide. So wrong is exactly the same code, just that instead of congrats you, I put sorry. That's the wrong answer. There it was correct answer, and instead of correct answer, now here it is wrong answer. Okay. Rest everything remains the same, and this I've changed the points. There it is, the user gets additional 10 points. Here 5 negative marks are there, so his marks go down if he makes a mistake. Okay, so and there is a reset button in order to set the my point score to 0. This slide comes at the end. I'll show you when we go to the PowerPoint part. And then here instead of next, because it's in the last slide, we obviously wanted to go to the first slide if the user wants to take the test again. Alright, so and then you want him to quit the quiz. Output is equal to message box, do you really want to quit the quiz? So here we just reconfirming, because sometimes by mistake we might have pressed the quit quiz button. So we want to reassure, make sure that the user is not doing it by error and definitely wants to quit the application. So we use the VBAYesNo option instead of OK. We want an input from the user. Quit quiz is the name of the dialog box, and here we're using an if condition. If message box yes or no, comma VB yes or no, this is the inbuilt function. If that answer is yes, then we want the application to quit. Basically you type application dot and then quit, and if that's not the case, exit sub. So that's about it. Just save this and you come back here. That's the end of the coding part, and now let's get back to the fun part. So this one I had already shown you. We come here, now we do this. Okay, just a second, I have to, okay, I have to change this. Yeah, sorry. Right, so now this is the fun part. We come here, we select this. Now we come to the insert tab and we assign whether it is the correct answer or the wrong answer. In this case, what is the capital of USA? It's a wrong answer, so I have chosen wrong answer. And I've done the same thing for the other ones. And for the correct answer, you can just click, and by default it will be slide correct, so leave it as it is. Just by default it will be here. Just select this, it gets activated. So whenever you click that button, so you click OK. Now do the same thing over here. For this, come to action, and then if it is wrong answer, select wrong over here, and if it is correct answer, just select it, activate it. Now this is the correct answer, so I'll come here, as I told you, it will be here. Select this and just click OK, and do the same thing for this one as well. So in this case, London Bridge is the correct answer. So yeah, and if it is a wrong answer, just go to action. It'll be here. Click this, and from this choose the wrong answer. Click OK. Right? And then finally, coming here, you want him to take the quiz again if he presses this button. So go here and again select this time reset, yeah, and click OK. Oh, okay, so that's okay. So sometimes you may by mistake do this. Let me show you what the problem is. Let me click this, and if I try to press here, okay, it's still working, but sometimes it would not work. So I would highly recommend you to select the entire, remove this action, say none, click OK, and select the entire box. So that will become a difficulty if you select the text. So only when you click the text it may work. So click here, click the reset button, and by now you would have guessed it right. Let me see if it is. Okay, yeah, there we are. So I click action, and this time we have to choose the quit quiz. Guessed it right. And now we come here and we start our presentation. Welcome. Okay, and we click here. What is the capital of USA? I'll make a mistake. I'll click London. Sorry, that's the wrong answer. And what is the capital of USA in the images? That's Washington DC. I click, that's the correct answer. What is the name of the bridge? It's London Bridge. Okay, so I've got 2 correct answers and 1 wrong answer. 20 minus 5, that is 15. Let me take the answer correct once again. Alright, please. Now this time I'm going to get all correct answers. I'm a very brilliant boy, you see. So just kidding. So that's 30. Now if I press this, it will close the application. For now, I will not do this. So thank you so much for watching this, and see you in the next video. Do subscribe if you've not done so. Press the bell icon to get notification for future videos, and like, share it amongst your friends, and also leave your valuable comments. Thanks, take care, bye.